Hi, I'm Josh Ackerman with Park Industries Customer Service Department. On this video, we are going to show you how to set your tool height for all the tools on the Fastback II here. So to start out with, we're going to take our aluminum bar and slide it in. And I like to do so it's halfway over spindle 1. We're going to start adjusting spindle 1 here. And just so it's halfway there, and then we're going to come to our PI screen. And we're going to just raise spindle 1. If you want, there also is in manual to raise spindle 1, whichever way you would prefer to do it. So once we'll turn our air on, we raise spindle 1. You want to make sure your aluminum bar is only on the white rollers and that your aluminum bar is touching on the white rollers. So if, like here, it turns, but I can feel it dragging. So you want to make sure that that's hitting. All your white rollers should be touching that aluminum bar. If it's not touching here, then your tool is lifting up too high and you need to lower that tool. If you're touching here, you want to just spin your tool and you can see how much it's grabbing my aluminum bar and pulling it away. You want your tool just scraping the bottom of that aluminum bar. So it doesn't pull it away, but it is touching the aluminum bar. So to adjust that, we're gonna go on the back side of our machine and show you where you adjust them. Okay, we're on the back side of our machine here. So we're gonna open up our back panel and then we can come to our first spindle here. And this is the hard stop setting for the number 1 spindle. So what I'm gonna do, just hold my bottom and break my jam nut loose on the top side here. Once that's loose, then I'm just going to, mine needs to come down a little bit. It was grabbing that bar too much. So I'm just gonna rotate it to the left because that bolt is upside down. Let's go to the left a little bit. And then we're going to lock our jam nut. It is easiest if you do have another coworker that can be on the other side and guiding you whether you need to go a little more up or down. That does make it a lot easier for you. But now that that's locked back down, we'll go back over to the front and check our adjustment and make sure that that is just touching that bar. Okay, so now that we're back at the front of the machine here, we're just going to double check. I'm still hitting nice on my roller. And grabs that bar a little bit, but not too bad. And I can hear it just scraping. So right there is where you want to be set. How that works is when the stone comes in, these black rollers are 30 thousandths smaller than the white rollers. So it will shave off, with spindle 1, shave off the edge of your material and then just travel right on top nicely to the white rollers. Once we adjust them, we can double check the rest of our spindles. So we're going to keep this aluminum bar in here and we're going to lock our hold down onto that aluminum bar. Then we're going to come back. For this one, we do need to be in our PI screen. So we'll go back to main, hold PI down for 5 seconds. And then this will give us all of our spindles. So spindle 1 is a hard stop spindle. That one always is all the way up. The rest of the spindles are free floating. So there's a hard stop on the air cylinder shaft just to keep that from overextending and possibly hitting the bottom of the conveyor, depending on what your tool thickness is. So we're going to just raise all of our bridge spindles, and we're going to check adjustment on them now. So what you're looking for is just a small gap between your hard stop collar and the actual top of the air cylinder here. These are actually set very well here. You only want that gap about as thick as the tool is on how far your tool can wear down. So once it hits the once you wear that tool down, you want it set about there so that if you do too big of a gap, then you can run your tool too long and your tool will start wearing onto your material. So like if you have the Velcro pads, it'll wear through that and start wrecking that tool then. This one can be up just a little bit here. So we're just going to loosen this one side and come up a little bit and just lock that back down. So if you ever notice that if you ever notice that all of a sudden one spindle doesn't seem like it's doing its job, a lot of times that's what it is either your pads wore out or that collar is set too low and it's actually bottoming out on the top of the air cylinder. As always, if you have any questions with this, give our customer service department a call and we'd be glad to help. Thank you.